The following is a production of White Lightning Entertainment. This is Burning Rubber Radio.
Drivers, please start your engines.
3 wide for third.
Yes, sir. Here comes William Byron on that inside. They squeeze him. Truex almost wrecked. Blading in the wall. They're wrecking, guys.
And they pile up accordion style behind him. Caution wave. I think this last lap is a lap Brad Keselowski's been waiting 3 years to run. 3 years of trying. Since Talladega, April 21, Brad Keselowski wins the Goodyear 400.
Appreciate it. Hell of an effort today. A lot of drama at the end. Way to get through it, TJ. Appreciate your help. Love to have me an American flag down there if you got one.
Burning Rubber Radio is brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching. It's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. Now from the White Lightning Entertainment Studios in Statesville, North Carolina, here's your host, Andy DeLay.
It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up 2 lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them, what they did, and why they had to be brave for us.
What a fitting opening for Memorial Day, folks.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Burning Rubber Radio, man. Not only do we love racing and everything like that, but me being a Marine and
Semper
a
Fi
former
Marine.
Marine, hoorah, and then we got John over there. Well, you was in the Air Force, right?
Absolutely. I was a firefighter in the Air Force. Yes, sir. Shot a 7.62 minigun out of an HH-53 Sea Stallion.
Oh, wow.
Sure did, brother.
Yeah. And that's good stuff, of course. Wayne, I don't think you served. Did you?
No, I never did serve in the military, but family did. My grandfather retired as a master sergeant after serving in Army, Navy, and Air Force, Army, Marines, and Air Force. And of course, everybody knows when I talk about my dad. My dad was a retired Marine as well. He got out as a corporal.
Yeah, he came out. I got out as corporal too. So awesome, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day. We just wanted to give a tip of the hat and a little moment there for everyone that served and that had given their life during Memorial Day. Veterans Day is a day that we get to say, hey, man, I'm happy to be a veteran. Memorial Day is when we look back at those who served and are no longer with us. So.
Gave the ultimate sacrifice in battle. And of course, I talk about it every so often. I have a friend who I actually lost in Iraq to this most recent war. And It doesn't feel like it's been 14 years since I lost him, but he was he was a good buddy, and I kind of tear up every time I sit and think about it. But you know what? That's the best part to Memorial Day. We get to commemorate the fallen. Veterans Day, we get to commemorate those who got the chance to still come home. And then, of course, right in the middle, we've got the 4th of July where we get to have fun doing both all in one.
Mm-hmm.
And,
right, and Wayne, tearing up, there's nothing wrong with it because we got to remember everybody.
Amen to that, brother. And by the way, folks, if you're listening on the radio show version this week here, you won't hear that Memorial Day tribute. That is exclusively on our Rumble and our YouTube video that will be going up. So
And Wingding.
And wingding.tv as well too. And,
yeah, guys, go to YouTube and check it out because it's really cool.
YouTube.com/Burning Rubber Radio.
Yep.
Right. And like and subscribe us while you're there, guys.
Amen to that. And again, on rumble.com, you can search up Burning Rubber Radio and find the video up. It'll most likely probably be up later tonight. Actually, I'm thinking
which would be Monday night.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get it out earlier than normal this week so that I can go and enjoy my holiday. And but either which way, we have got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, guys. We've got Coke 600. Indy 500, we've got Monaco, we've got the Arca series, we've got the Craftsman Truck series, we've got Xfinity. Whew.
Yeah, it's going to be something else. Trying to get it all into 60 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Well, you guys I feel for us having to do that here. I'm the one that takes care of our TikTok channel. And I have got to fit in all of that of what you just said into 1 minute and 30 seconds or less.
Yep. Woo. So instead of 60 minutes, you got 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of it, folks, Andy's going to be doing a little bit of this.
Oh, yeah, I will.
It's going to be one massive brain fart for Andy.
A huge one.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna get a call from Sue tomorrow, and she's gonna be like, "Why'd you have smoke coming out of my husband's brain?"
Yeah, what'd you do to our Andy, Wayne? Come on.
We love Sue too, by the way, guys. That's Andy's wife.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yep.
I would hope you love her. Otherwise, I'm gonna call her up and tell her to walk in there and smack you.
No doubt.
She probably does that anyway.
Yeah, right, exactly. But with that all said here, we've got to get to our sponsors real quick. Matt.
Hey, there's one of our sponsors right there.
And Duck.
In studio Duck, baby.
Yeah, the Duck. Ay. Love them, but I hate them.
He loves you too.
Hey, Quacker.
Apparently.
But either which way, damn Duck, man, I swear, he thinks he's number one, but oh well. We got to get on to our sponsors too while we're on the topic of everything here for the week before we go to our first foreign fuel. Got to talk about the folks over at MyPillow, and they are having Andy, Mike Lindell, and the crew. They're having a $25 mega sale. Mm-hmm. And so what does that mean for folks who go over and buy MyPillow products? Well, what that means to you is that no matter if it's the MyPillow 2-pack, the MyTowel 6-pack, the Kitchen Towel 4-pack, the My Slippers, the My Sandals, whatever you get from mypillow.com/BRR, you get it for $25 each. So seriously, go get your hands on some MyPillow products. And the best part, to add a little bit of flair to all of that, if you use the promo code BRR at checkout, you get your order shipped for free.
Free, baby.
Yes,
Yep.
So again, go check out mypillow.com/BRR and take advantage of the $25 mega sale. And use promo code BRR for free shipping on your entire order. And also the folks over at Drive Refine, visit driverefine.com to get yourself some driver coaching. Joey Coulter, Austin Terrio, and the crew over there, phenomenal stuff, hands down. Which, by the way, Andy, speaking of Joey Coulter, we're going to be touching on something that happened with a buddy of his coming up.
Yeah, I know, man.
Too.
He was trying to act like Kyle Busch and.
We got to tease folks. We got to make them stick around for a little while.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna touch a little bit on that when we come back from our break here in just a minute. But again, driverefine.com. Make sure you go over and get some driver coaching from Joey, whether it's real racing, simulation racing, whatever the case might be. Get yourself some driver coaching, because it's not just driver. Yeah, I'm having a day today, guys. It's Memorial Day. And,
get it out, Wayne.
But either way, it's not just driver coaching; it's drive refine. Hey, we're almost in stereo, Andy. We're almost talking. But with that said, here, folks, before I start getting smoke out my ears from having a brain fart, we're gonna step aside. We're gonna take that first foreign fuel, and when we come back, news of the week for you, including ARCA Menards Series, Truck Series, Xfinity, and a little bit of stuff involving the Rocket Man.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50%, and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/Burning Rubber Radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we are back. It's Burning Rubber, producer Wayne, NASCAR chef John Dix, Andy DeLay. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag here just a little bit early, Andy, because you almost broke the teaser right before we went to commercial here just a few moments ago.
Oh, man, you talk about cats, you scared the duck.
Hey, you know what? If that keeps him at bay, meow.
I think somebody kicked him under the table is what happened.
They usually do that stupid thing. We got feathers all over the place.
Right, exactly. We're gonna have to hire a cleaning service to come in here and take care of this problem. But hey, you know what? The best part is the fact that he's already been defeathered. All we got to do is this number.
Oh,
and get him
the water to boiling, right?
Yeah, right. Get him on.
I don't think he appreciates that. No.
Don't sound like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, you know what? Oh well. We keep saying one of these days we're gonna do roast duck. So eventually,
yeah. You know what he says to that?
You're right. But either way, getting into news of the week here, folks. We love being juvenile on this show.
Of course, that's what we're all about.
Matter of fact, Andy, you know it was funny too. Speaking of our juvenile antics, while I was out giving rides this past weekend for Lyft and everything like that, and of course a lot of my rides were race fans that were going to the track. I had the show on from last week. Playing as the quote-unquote music that we're listening to as we're going down the road.
That's a great idea.
Oh, dude, I had people watching the show last week, and they heard the sound effects and us being juvenile, and they're like, man, this show is way better than anything I've heard on MRN.
But MRN said that.
Yeah, right. But the fact of the matter is, it's not that we're better than anybody else, folks, and I'm just going to say that right now. It's not that we're better than anybody else. We just know how to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
true.
Yeah. You got to let loose. You got to have a little bit of fun. You got to call things out when they're screwed up, but you got to also give appreciation when they're done right. So, and that's where we come in. We do all of that. So
we try to anyway.
Oh yeah, or at least try to anyway.
We are the only show that I know on the radio Dad's a duck in the studio.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the problem is that thing likes to shit all over the floor, though, and stuff. And see, if you watch the video portion of the show, you don't get all the air wrenches like
yeah, exactly. And but either which way here, on the news of the week here, and we got to talk about the thing, let the cat out of the bag here that Andy almost broke the teaser on earlier, is that Rocket Man got into a little bit of fisticuffs this past weekend at Franklin County Speedway. Joey Coulter, Jess, all of them were out there running the Smart Modified Tour. And I'll tell you what, Ryan was not a happy camper after Saturday night.
Ryan Newman was trying his best to pull a Ricky Stenhouse there after the race, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he straight up just shoved the living hell out of the other guy. And
Ryan's a big boy.
Yeah.
Hung out with him when he was with Stuart Haas, and a great guy, but he's a big old boy. You don't want him mad.
No.
I don't want him mad.
Nope. You definitely do not want him mad. He's a Hoosier through and through from Indiana, and yeah, again, just the type of guy you don't want to mess around with here. But
and he's so low key, that was kind of out of character.
That's
for
true,
him,
right?
He's an engineer.
Yeah.
Out of college. So, he's one, those type of folks are usually reserved and, very left brain type folks. But if you piss off the Rocket Man, you have to really do something stupid.
Yeah, he's a graduate of Purdue.
Yep. And when you piss off the Rocket Man, you better be ready to go for a ride. Literally.
Rocket Man.
In more ways than one.
We're taking a ride in our favorite little rocket ship.
That's right.
And
how zoom to the moon.
Yeah, right, exactly. But on to other great bits of news here for the week, and we gotta talk about the ARCA Menards series as well as the Craftsman Truck series. They ran the doubleheader on Friday, and of course, kicking off the whole weekend of festivities between NASCAR and IndyCar. And Tanner Gray, Andy, I got to talk about him, man. You want to talk about a kid that really kind of had it going on for him this weekend? He had everything happen to him. He comes back from a flat tire to not only win the ARCA race, qualifies on the pole for the truck race, and then ends up getting taken out during the truck race.
Yeah, he did.
And he got taken out twice in two different races.
That poor Tanner, man, and he's an up and comer for sure. You're going to hear more about here in the next few years, probably in the Cup Series for sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, yeah,
every bit of it. But speaking of other things too, as far as penalties and getting taken out and other stuff like that from the truck race this past Friday night. Old Heim time, Andy, and Corey,
he got DQ'd.
He got DQ'd, and for all things, folks, 3 loose lugs on a tire.
Can you believe it? I don't think that's worth. That is not worth DQing someone over.
No.
I can see fining them like they love to do with lugs.
Yeah.
But why the hell did they DQ the guy? Come on. I know he had a bad pit stop there at the end, but don't DQ the guy.
Well, and that's what I'm sitting here looking at too, because I was sitting here looking at the news article here. It was the second. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see. Heim 11th to 2nd on the final restart. Couldn't get past Nick Sanchez, and I'll tell you what, Sanchez. That was a dominant run by Sanchez Friday night. There is no doubt about that. Heim was on a tear in his own right, but Sanchez was in a league of his own Friday night. And but it was the second time that Heim had a problem on pit road after leading 72 laps and winning each of the first 2 stages. Yeah, so he also had a jack brake too on his last pit stop on lap 83.
Yeah. And it was a cluster, that's for sure. But.
Well, if that jack broke, that's a signal to go. That might have been why his lug nuts were still loose.
Makes sense, John. And the jack broke. The drivers, for the folks out there that are the yellow stripe rookies, and when you're in the pits and doing a pit stop, the truck goes up one side, drops, goes up on the other side. When it drops that second time, the driver just hits the gas, baby, and
that's
gone.
The signal to go. Yeah. If you watch the pit stop, guys, you'll look at the jack man. He'll be looking at both wheel guys.
Yep.
The ones that putting the wheels on, make sure they get the nod that they're gone, and then he'll drop the jack because that's a signal to go. Yeah.
Yep,
You're
exactly.
right,
And speaking of other penalties too that have come out from the Truck Series race this past weekend as well, the numbers 5 and 38 trucks driven by Dean Thompson and Lane Riggs respectively also had one lug nut loose, so they were fined.
They were fined, okay, because I know Lane Riggs had a loose lug too, but at least they didn't DQ the poor guy.
Yeah, and and the part about the DQ that really screws that whole thing up is that and we all know that Jeffrey Earnhardt also had a bad run this
in the
past Friday,
trucks.
in the trucks, yeah. And I was when I heard that he was racing, I was like, come on, Jeffrey, you gotta do something good this week, buddy. You need something to pump you up a little bit. And he gets taken out in the earliest crash, and it's just like, ugh.
He barely made the race, too.
Yeah, barely made the race. And but he technically would have finished 36th, and now he finishes 35th because the DQ took Heim from a second place finish all the way back to dead last. And
That's
so
correct.
Yeah, this is again one of those things where I'm like, NASCAR, you might want to reinvestigate, some of your penalty schemes and things like that, because 3 loose lug nuts, I'm sorry, like Andy said, it doesn't deserve a disqualification. I could see a $10,000 fine for each loose lug or something like that, so like a $30,000 fine.
Right.
But other than that, DQ's not necessary. Just saying.
No,
they gave Ricky Stenhouse a $75,000 fine for loose teeth on Kyle Busch.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, right, exactly. And there you go, John.
That's right.
But yeah, moving on over here to the Xfinity Series before we get ready to get on to our next Foreign Fuel and talk to our featured guest of the week here. We brought him back, folks. JR the Shrimp Pimp. So we'll be sitting down with him for just a couple of minutes coming up here in just a little bit and talk to him and see what he's got going on for Memorial Day weekend and everything like that. And but on to the Xfinity Series here. Brandon Jones, Andy, he's still winless, man. He tried this past weekend at Charlotte, but lo and behold, Chase Elliott rings the bell in Dawsonville once again.
He did.
Yeah, Brandon was catching him, but Chase got it. Yeah.
Yep.
He did, man. That number 17 put that Xfinity Series Hendrick Motorsports 17 into victory lane again.
Yep. So Chase Elliott once again in victory lane here in the Xfinity Series. And you know what? We can kind of touch on it real quick here because there's not a whole lot really that went on, and that being the Cup Series race this past Sunday night. And we knew rain was going to be a factor, but man, when the rain cometh, and it come hard. And,
it did.
And I should know because I was actually near Concord, North Carolina, when the rain started. And when I say it come a gully washer, Andy, it was so bad I had to pull over the side of the road.
It looked like it on the radar. Yeah, it was. I was at work actually when all that started happening, and I looked at the radar and I was like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna." Yeah. These guys. I know Keselowski was going like hell trying to get up front. He made it to second because they were talking about the rain's 10 minutes away and all that other stuff when I was listening. So.
And the worst part is Kyle Larson didn't even get a chance to turn a lap in the Cup Series race.
No, he
got in the car.
He got in the car, yeah, but he never had a chance to turn a single lap. That's the worst part of it all.
Yeah, he got there, but that was about it. Bless his heart.
Right. And but the I will say this, and I said it in the open of the show too, is that Charlotte Motor Speedway, when it comes to their Memorial Day tribute that they do every single year for the Coke 600. It even in the rain, it was still a phenomenal tribute.
Yeah.
And always and forever will be.
Yeah, they always do a good job there. I've been there before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. But either which way here, folks, we're going to step aside. We're going to take that next Foreign Fuel. And when we come back, JR the Shrimp Pimp is in the house. And there, you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it to it, baby. JR the Shrimp Pimp when we come back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My Grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my Grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
we can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
Help every child we can.
Because all children deserve joy.
And hope. And love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
Because their future
is our future.
And there's still so much they can teach us.
Visit us online at burningrubberradio.com for recipes from the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more great content.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Now back to more Burning Rubber Radio.
And we are back. It's Burning Rubber, producer Wade, NASCAR chef John Dix, Andrew DeLay, and it's kind of funny that we have Boomhauer bringing us back in from break this time around, Andy, because we got somebody that's got the same level of hypeness that the Boomhauer has.
Yeah, buddy, it's time we have to revisit the Shrimp Pimp, see what's going on with him, man. I can't wait.
Right, JR the Shrimp Pimp. What's up, player?
Hey, man, go over there, man. Go get me some shrimp, man. Around there, man.
No, it's Boomhauer.
Oh, I was going to say, is it JR the Shrimp Pimp or Boomhauer? Where the hell we at now?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Man, not too much at all, buddy. Memorial Day week here on the show, and it's only fitting that we get with the Shrimp Pimp and we talk about some good food, some good shrimping, hanging out with the family for Memorial Day. What all you got going on for Memorial Day with the family this year there, JR?
Man, we're just sitting back at the lake. My family's got a little lake house in Gant and just relaxing. Because, man, I tell you what, it sure is. You can get out there in a horse pasture all day long, or you can get out there in the mountains, but I promise you this, there is no relaxing feeling than getting by some water and then having a little lawn chair and just relaxing, It's really peaceful.
Amen to that. Crack open a cold one, throw some shrimp on the. Well, you know what the Aussies say it best. Throw some shrimp on the bobby.
On the bobby, throw some shrimp on the bobby, shrimp in the skillet, shrimp in the oven, shrimp anywhere. It don't matter what you throw them on the hook and throw them out there in the water if you need to, as long as you get them from JR Shrimp.
Amen to that. And so touching on a little bit of racing here real quick before we find out where folks can get a hold of all that good shrimping at. So gotta ask, what'd you think of the Indy 500 this past weekend? That was a pretty crazy finish, wasn't it?
It was no doubt. I watched back and looked at some highlights on it. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, man, that's what racing's all about.
Yep.
I mean, that's what the fans pay for, and to see a really good race like that. That's what they drive from all over the place and buy tickets and bring their families to see some really good racing like we did this past week.
Yeah, buddy. And the thing that always catches it off guard, though, is when they talk about weather and other things like that. And that was one of the biggest problems with both Indianapolis and Charlotte this past weekend is the, Mother Nature decided to throw a wrench in the plans there. Can you imagine at that point in time? I'm not sure if you've ever been to Indianapolis there, JR, but if you have,
I hadn't.
You haven't. Okay, so
You said you got me tickets for the Is that what you said? Are you breaking up on me?
No, not yet. But could you imagine trying to fit 300,000 people into the concourse areas for a lightning hold?
Wow, that's nuts.
And somehow they did it too. Like I was sitting there watching the live feed all day on Sunday, and I mean, now there were still some fans that were kind of hanging out around the grandstand area, but I mean, you just look at the sea of humanity that was just lining the concourse areas inside of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, man, they're like shrimp in a barrel.
Man, that's some hardcore NASCAR fans out there. You know it.
Well, no, this wasn't NASCAR. This was IndyCar.
Well, IndyCar fans. That's some hardcore IndyCar. Just hardcore race fans. Period.
There you go. Exactly. And
Absolutely.
So as far as getting into things here, JR, for the Coke 600, I want to get your opinion on it here for a minute here, because except for the Memorial Day tribute, which is always phenomenal. The folks at Charlotte Motor Speedway always do a phenomenal job with the Memorial Day tribute. The racing just felt lackluster this weekend, didn't it?
It did. And but not every time can be you can knock a home run.
Well,
sometimes by the base hit. But I tell you what, that number O'Byron.
Oh, Willie B.
24.
Man, he had a car, son.
Yeah, he did.
I think he right there, right before they called it. Did you see him passing the grass?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that was outstanding.
Yep.
I swear that boy's got some Earnhardt in it somewhere, son.
He was pulling a Lightning McQueen and a Doc Hudson.
I think his brother, sister, cousin, friend used to cut his grass was Earnhardt.
That was impressive, and everyone calls the Earnhardt pass in the grass at Charlotte. Really wasn't a pass. It was to keep position.
Right.
Willie B went down and got 2 positions.
Yep.
In the grass. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That was really good. A good move ahead.
Most definitely. So, all right. So while we got a few minutes here, just before we get ready to wrap up for the week here with you, JR, which always fun talking to you here, buddy. So, folks, if they want to get a hold of some of that good old JR shrimp, and folks, again, let me tell you, hands down, and Andy's a testament to this because he's tried it, he's cooked it up, he's gotten some of it. JR does nothing but fresh shrimp. He does not send anything off to Walmart or Food Lion or anywhere like that. He gets it fresh out of the Gulf and he ships it directly to your house. And so, folks,
he'll bring it to your house if you're nearby.
Yeah, he delivered it to me for.
Well, I was going to say you're both in Alabama, or so But JR, for folks who want to get a hold of the shrimp and get it shipped to their house if they're not, within driving distance, where can they go to get a hold of it at?
Man, we're working on a website. Hopefully we'll have that running in the next month and a half. We've already secured a domain name. I don't want to give it out yet, but, man, it's genius, man. Genius. But as of right now...
Let me guess, shrimppimp.com.
No, I got something a lot better, man. When you guys hear, I'll announce it on the show. I tell you what, I'll announce it on the show.
Okay.
Before I announce it on social media or anywhere else. It's fair enough.
That works for us.
Yeah, that works.
Just genius, and can't believe it wasn't already taken. But as of right now, guys, until our marketing team gets the website and all going, you can find us on Facebook. It's JR's Shrimp, JRS Shrimp, or you can give me a call on my cell at 334-662-2798, and we are the only people in the business that will take it right off the boat, put it right in the box, slap an old stamp on that thing, send it straight to your door.
All right, so 334-662-2798 for the Shrimp Pimp. And,
Shrimp Pimp.
Yes, Shrimp Pimp, and or Boomhauer, just depends on the day.
That's right.
But JR, we can't, as we get ready to wrap up here for the week, again, folks, make sure you go find him on Facebook, JR's Shrimp on Facebook, or give him a phone call at 334-662-2798, 334-662-2798. And JR, we'd be remiss if we didn't get it from you. Big old burning rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber Radio!
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, that is JR, the Shrimp Pimp. And with that said, folks, we're going to step aside and... Andy, I smell some shrimp. I think John's got a little shrimp on the brain for coming up.
Hey, got some shrimp ready to cook, man. Let's go eat.
Yes,
right.
we're gonna
That's
we're gonna be back at it with a NASCAR chef when we come back.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
that when we help others,
We heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
It's simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy.
And hope. And love.
And if one child is still in need,
Then there's still work to do.
because their future
Is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
The grill is fired up, and the chef has something good cooking. It's the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more burning rubber.
And we're back. It's Burning Rubber, producer Wayne, Andy DeLay, and the NASCAR chef, John Dix. And, man,
Yeah.
John, that was, it was fun catching up with the shrimp pimp, but I hear you have some shrimp on the Barbie in your own right for Memorial Day.
Absolutely, Wayne. I got some good shrimp from JR the Shrimp Pimp, and tastes good. I've got a lot of shrimp from him, and none of it's ever been bad. And we're going to do some shrimp tacos today.
Ooh.
We call them Kiss Shrimp Tacos.
Keep it simple,
Keep it
stupid.
simple, stupid.
What kind of? Oh, Kiss. I thought it was with a P. I'm like, what?
Oh, Lord.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah, man. Oh, heck.
I think we lost Wayne on that one. We are doing some Kiss Shrimp Tacos with a K.
Go for it, John.
Not
Not. Good Lord. I swear, every week during the recipe scene, guys, this is how it is.
I'm sorry, John. I wrecked your spot again, but that's what I
That's
thought
okay.
it was.
I'm used to it by now, guys, but it's okay. We'll get through it.
Oh, so what's in the Kiss tacos this week here, John?
With our Kiss Shrimp Tacos, it's very simple. We're going to start with 1 pound of fresh raw shrimp. You want to peel it and take the tails off. 2 tomatoes, chop them up. 1 onion, chop it up. 1 clove of garlic, make sure it's minced. 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro, and 2 jalapenos. And you make sure you chop them up and de-seed them if you don't want it really, really hot. But you can leave them in if you want. I use 1 red and 1 green, and that gives them kind of some pretty color. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, seasoning to taste, and about 10 to 12 flour tortillas. Now, guys, in a skillet, what you're going to do is you're going to heat up the olive oil and saute the vegetables and the garlic. All right? Now, when your onions get translucent and the tomatoes get wilted, then you're going to add your shrimp and your cilantro. Now, you want to keep stirring it because the shrimp needs to get pink. You need to cook it real good. It'll only take a couple minutes, though. You don't want to overdo your shrimp. Just as long as the shrimp is pink, it's done. Then, guys, you're going to spoon it into the mixture, into the tortillas, and serve it. It is that simple. That's why we call it the Keep It Simple, Stupid Shrimp Tacos.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go.
That's good. I'm glad it's the keep and not the put it simple, stupid.
Oh, Jesus.
We are not teaming our shrimp tacos, Andy, okay? Maybe the duck might, but we ain't.
Right.
That's true. We don't need him around the shrimp tacos.
Yeah,
anyway.
no.
Yeah, same to you, Quack.
Yeah, right. Maybe here in a couple of weeks we're going to do duck tacos.
No, I don't think that Quack likes those at all. No, you don't.
But guys, if you have any questions or comments, or if you have any recipes you want to share with us, you know, you can get a hold of me at john@brrtv.net. That's john@brrtv.net. And send me your recipes, and we'll give you a shout out on the show, guys.
No, there you go. Again, john@brrtv.net, john@brrtv.net. Send over a recipe. Let John know what you think of any of the recipes that he's sent out here in the last couple of weeks. And then we're going to take a full screen looky-loo here at the recipe for the week. The Kiss Shrimp Tacos. Keep it simple, stupid shrimp tacos. And with that said here, folks, while we look at the recipe on the video side on YouTube and Rumble and wingding.tv, folks on the radio side, go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Burning Rubber Radio, or rumble.com, search for Burning Rubber Radio, or same on wingding.tv. Just look for our logo on the live channel section, and you'll find us in any of those wonderful places. And yeah. With that said here, we're going to step aside. We're going to take our final four and fuel of the show, and we're going to get back to it with some final news of the week, including Monaco, Indy 500, and I heard something about Rhett Jones this past weekend too, Andy. We're going to touch on that when we come back.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
mypillow.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
that when we help others,
We heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
It's simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy.
And hope. And love.
And if one child is still in need,
Then there's still work to do.
because their future
Is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on Instagram at instagram.com/Burning Rubber Radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we're back. It's Burning Rubber. Producer Wayne, Andy DeLay, and the NASCAR chef John Dix all hanging out with you this week. And Andy, it's time to round out the weekend of weekends when it comes to motorsports here. Memorial Day weekend, folks. Again, this weekend, if you are a racing fan, or even if you are a even if somebody's trying to get you into being a race fan, which actually, funny enough, one of my riders this past weekend, Andy, she had never been to a race in her life, and her boyfriend actually took her to the Xfinity race, and she was hooked. So
yeah, that's cool. That's the way it happened to me back in the 90s.
Yep.
My buddy took me to Charlotte, matter of fact. No, Atlanta, excuse me.
No, there you go.
And back when it was just an oval before the tri-oval, that's when it started for me. And man, I was hooked once I felt them go by, and you could feel it in your chest.
Oh yeah, you feel the horsepower just running through your chest, and then the wind coming off afterwards. And there, folks, between that and the NHRA dirt cars, there's no feeling like it.
That's
right.
No feeling like it. Of course, we gotta talk about the Indianapolis 500. I saved the best for last, in my personal opinion. And the thing of the matter is, it's just like, where do I begin when it comes to IndyCar? Like Sunday, I don't know what it was, but Sunday was just the day from hell when it comes to thunderstorms and rain and everything like that. You know, we touched on it in the open of the show here, or excuse me, not in the open of the show, but when we were talking with JR the Shrimp Pimp back about 20, 30 minutes ago here. And, you know, the race was supposed to have started at 12:30 p.m. Kyle Larson was going to go for the double and try and do 1,100 miles in a single day. Well, Mother Nature pretty much said, fuck you, and threw out a thunderstorm, and a nasty one at that, over Indianapolis Motor Speedway, to the point that they not only went into a rain delay hold, they also had to go into a lightning hold too, because and literally try to evacuate 300,000 fans into the concourse area.
They had to clear the grandstands, and I don't think they got started. It was like 4:30, 4:45.
Yeah, it was like
local time before they even got started.
Yeah, it was like 4:45 Indianapolis time, which is still Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, for those that were curious about that. They got started at 4:45 Eastern Daylight Time, and the Coke 600 was set to start at roughly 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NASCAR decided not to delay the start just because Larson had already made the decision. And Hendrick did too, because Rick Hendrick and most everybody from HMS was there in Indianapolis to watch Kyle run and start in 5th position on the grid. And again, where do I start when it comes to, you know, the woes of Kyle Larson? Like the whole month leading up to the Indianapolis 500, you know, even in pack racing, he did phenomenally when it came to the IndyCar circuit, and being the first time in an IndyCar. But that one pit stop, getting hit with a speeding penalty on pit road,
rookie mistake.
I mean, you can chalk it up. You can chalk it up to a rookie mistake. I mean, hands down.
You know, he's not used to them light cars, and the brakes are different. And you know, I'm sure his adrenaline was flowing. I mean, he had just led some laps.
Yeah.
So you know.
And not to mention cost me the chance at winning $4,000, but we won't get into that. But either which way, though, I gotta say it. You know, that race was still phenomenal, especially at the tail end of it, watching Alexander Rossi, Pato O'Ward, and Joseph Newgarden going back to back and you know, nose to tail. I just, you know, passing just all over the place for the better part of almost 20 laps, and then it comes down to the final lap. You know, Award has the lead coming into 1 and 2, and then in the backstretch, you see Newgarden just right around him again. And
the last 5 laps, Ward and Newgarden just battled back and forth. They made it really good. Yeah,
they really did. Like that was by far, again, like I said, the best race out of the entire weekend, and so it's hands down Joseph Newgarden getting the back-to-back Indy 500 wins. Not only did he get the Borg Warner trophy that went along with that and getting his face etched on it a second time, he also claimed the Borg Warner bounty that had been ongoing for 22 years since Elio Castroneves did it back in 2001 and 2002, and claimed the bonus, Andy, of $440,000.
Nice. That would that'll buy you a few things.
Yeah.
Some good JR shrimp.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, exactly. That buy you enough JR shrimp to last a lifetime.
Just think of the bed of pillows you could get from My Pillow.
Oh my God, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? you could buy. Now you know what? Here's the newest invention for Mike Lindell and the folks over at My Pillow. Shut up, John. The My Mattress. I mean, why not?
There you go, the My Mattress. And with $440,000, you could buy enough pillows to stuff that mattress to even make it good for you, Wayne, to keep you off the ground.
Yeah, you can lay down on the mattress and eat shrimp from JR.
Hey, you know what? Folks, you've been watching it on camera the last few weeks. I'm losing a lot of weight, so I don't need a very big bed anymore to hold me up.
That's true, yeah. It's actually pretty good, man.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
Yeah, doing good, bro.
Of course, I say that, and then 3 weeks later, I'll probably be fat and sassy all over again.
That's what happens at Bojangles.
So,
Wayne, you'll still be sassy. Come on now.
Where are you, Sue? I know. If she can hear me, if she could hear me right now, she'd be like, "What can I help you with?" Oh yeah, by the way, smack.
Thank you.
That's what keeps him straight, Wayne.
Yeah, right, exactly. But with that being the case here, we've got to get on over to picks now for Worldwide Technology Raceway. And
I cannot wait to hear what the motorsports enthusiast is going to pick. He's been on fire lately.
He was up until the rain out of the Coke 600.
Yeah, that don't count.
Yeah, we'll give him a pass on that one. So he's still 2-0 in our book because rainouts don't count when it comes to bet slips. But it does because it ends up costing people money, but. Either which way, I went and picked Reddick to win, and then of course the damn rain had to happen, and Seabell got the win. But you know what? I'm still happy for Seabell. It gets him in the playoffs again this year, so good stuff for Christopher Bell. And but Worldwide Technology Raceway here, Andy, you has picked number 1, sir.
Man, Ross Chastain's going to come out and whoop everyone's ass.
All right, Ross Chastain for Andy DeLay. NASCAR chef John Dix. Who you thinking, brother?
Well, I have to agree with the sheriff. Ross, the watermelon boy, is going to do it this weekend.
So you think he's going to cross the gateway, the winner, huh?
I do.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say that I think he's finally due to do something a little bit better this season. I'm gonna go with Rowdy for the win this week.
Okay.
Have you been out back smoking something other than cigarettes?
Every single week, my friend.
Oh, my God. Rowdy's having a bad season. Do you think he's going to break out this week?
I got a feeling he's finally going to break the curse this week. So we'll.
I think our friend Randall Burnett's going to put a good car in there.
Oh yeah,
so that might be might be a good choice. So.
Oh yeah. Our good buddy Randy Burnett, the crew chief for Kyle Busch and that RCR team.
Real quick, talking about Kyle Busch one last time? Did you see where Richard Childress put out a threat? Threatened to whoop anyone's ass that touched Kyle Busch or any of his employees anymore.
Yep.
I want to see that video.
Yep, I saw that video, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, Richard, you need to sit down and shut up, please, because you are in no position to whoop anybody's ass.
Yeah, I want to see the video where Pop tries to get on somebody.
Right, exactly. Now, if that would have been Dale Earnhardt Sr., I guarantee you, Sr. would have whooped the snot out of somebody. But Richard Childress,
absolutely, no.
Richard Childress, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pop's just not going to do anything.
Yeah, he's like me. He's past his prime. So,
but real quickly here, folks, we've got to get on over and talk to him. And you know who I'm talking about, Andy. It's the motorsports enthusiast, John DeRidgeris, and the final lap.
Welcome to the final lap with me, the motorsport enthusiast. And this week we were at Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois. Recapping last week, my best pick of the week was Tyler Reddick. Even though he had to start in the back and got that penalty, he came back and battled all the way up to 4th before the race was shortened. So in a race-shortened week, that's a pass for me. The Burning Rubber Radio guys, Andy, Wayne, and John, they gave me some passes. Thank you very much, good friends. I appreciate that. So I am still 2-0 according to them. Check the receipts. I have the text from Wayne. So there we go. Let's talk about some data points and some statistics around Worldwide Technology Raceway. Kyle Busch has been the best at this track over the last 2 races because there's only been 2 races. He's won 1 race. He's had 2 top 5, 2 top 10s. He has an average finish of 1.5 and has led 187 laps. Another driver that has had a lot of success at Worldwide Technology Raceway is Joey Logano. He has 1 win, 2 top 5s, and he's actually only the 2nd driver outside of Kyle Busch. There's only 2 drivers that have had 2 top 5 finishes in the first 2 races here at Worldwide Tech. This is one of the 2 races. Then there's another driver I'm looking at, Mr. Ryan Blaney. Oh boy, so looking at Ryan Blaney, he doesn't have any wins. He only has 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s, but he's led 95 laps, the 2nd most, none other than the Kyle Busch, who's won a race and has led the most laps here. So when looking at who I'm picking this week, it's very difficult because there's not a lot of data around Worldwide Technology Raceway because there's only been 2 races. So what I had to do is I looked back at the 2023 stats for these 2 specific drivers, Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney. I looked at tracks that are similar to Worldwide Tech and calculated their average finishes. Logano has an average finish of 9.7 and Blaney has an average finish of 11.6. So you're probably thinking, yeah, let's pick Logano, let's go with him this week. Not so fast. Now let's look at this year between Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney has 4 top 5 finishes in point-paying races compared to Joey Logano's 1. Ryan Blaney has been statistically better at similar tracks to Gateway. So with that being said, my best pick of the week is going to be Ryan Blaney to get the win this weekend.
All right, boys. And again, John DeRudris 2-0 so far because the rainout does not count when it comes to bet picks.
Because we make the rules.
Yes, we do. and you know what's funny is when I told the motorsports enthusiast that he didn't break his streak because of the rainout, Andy, you should have seen the smile come across his face. He's like, "Oh, thank God, I get to hold the winning record still."
Yeah, that's right.
But either which way, folks, we have got to get ourselves out of here for another week of Burning Rubber Radio. Again, on YouTube, on Rumble, on wingding.tv, our affiliate radio stations across the country. We love having every single one of you guys involved in the show. Again, Rumble and YouTube, search for us, Burning Rubber Radio. For Andy DeLay and John Dix, I'm producer Wayne. Until next week, Burning Rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber Radio is a production of White Lightning Entertainment with studios in Statesville, North Carolina, and was brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching, it's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. This week's show was produced by Wayne Owens. Remember to visit burningrubberradio.com for news, recipes, and more great content. Burning Rubber Radio can be seen on Rumble, YouTube, or wingding.tv and heard on radio stations nationwide. Any use of the accounts or descriptions contained in this broadcast must be the express written permission of White Lightning Entertainment.